Hi, my name's Ella and I am a British American Girl doll collector, and today is my first video and I wanted to show you my American Girl doll collection. I thought it would be a great way to start and for you guys to get to know me. So my first ever doll was Miss Kanani Akina and she's Girl of the Year 2011. I believe I either got her for my birthday or Christmas of that year, and she is so special to me. I'm so glad that my younger self picked Kanani. She has been through it though. I've recently had to just restore her curls. She cost my dad an absolute fortune because he had to import her over from America and we didn't quite realise the customs charges etc that were going to be occurred at the time, but she's well worth it to me. That's my first doll, Miss Kanani. This is my second doll and this is Miss Lainey Holland. She is Girl of the Year from 2010. I absolutely love Lainey and she's definitely in my top 3 Girl of the Year dolls, and the reason being is because her hobby is so accessible to a lot of girls out there and isn't dependent on their financial situation. She's currently wearing her garden outfit, which I absolutely love, and I would love to add Lulu the bunny to her collection, and I would also really love to add, I can't remember what the dress is called, I think it's like the butterfly outfit or something like that. I'll put it on the screen, but yeah, that's Lainey and she is my second doll. My third doll is Luke and he is my one and only custom doll. If he does not scream age YouTube back in like the 2012 era, then I don't know what will. But this is Luke. He is a custom Samantha Parkington Pleasant Company doll and he is wearing a wig from Monique Doll Wigs, I think. I can't remember the style. It was a long time ago. I've definitely slept since then. But yeah, Luke was named after my childhood crush at the time, which is really cute, and I really love him in my collection. And now that I've got older, my nephew also loves to play with him, which I think is really, really sweet. I'm so glad that I do have him in my collection, even though he's definitely a little bit battered. So my fourth doll is Miss Nikki Fleming. She's Girl of the Year 2007. I absolutely love Nikki. She was my last doll that I got as a child, so I feel like she definitely wasn't very heavily played with, even though her hair definitely looks like it is. She definitely needs some TLC. As an adult, I absolutely adore her. As a child, definitely did not appreciate her enough. At the time I renamed her and I called her Riley, but she's back to being Nikki Fleming now. But what I will also say is she's a little bit of a tomboy in my collection, and she's currently sporting the Weekend Fun outfit, I think it's called, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and I love the bucket hat as well. It's so cute. I would love to add a couple of pieces of her collection to mine, so I would love to add Sprocket to my collection, which is her dog, and I would also love to add her, I think it's called her riding outfit, which I'll put on the screen, to the collection as well, because I think she would look really cute in that. But yes, this is Nikki. So this is where I now started collecting American Girl as an adult. I will do a whole other video on how I got back into collecting American Girl again. But anyway, this is Miss Holly and she is Truly Me 127. She's my first ever Truly Me doll. I never expected to have a Truly Me doll in my collection just because I normally prefer character dolls. I got her on the 5th of March this year. I told myself I would just get one. Famous last words. In my collection, she is a little bit older than the other girls. She's kind of like the mother of the group, but she's also very introverted and a bit of a bookworm as well. But yeah, she's really calming and I just really wanted to add her to my collection because she added the Josephina face mold, which I didn't have, and also my collection primarily, other than Kanani, was white dolls, and I really wanted to add some diversity to my collection. So yes, here is Miss Holly and I absolutely love her. The next doll I added to my collection was on the 18th of March and this is Miss Sonali Matthews. I still cannot believe that I have this doll. I really wanted her because Basil Mentos had her and called her Nali, and I just absolutely adored her. But when I got back into collecting as an adult, I saw how expensive Sonali was and I was just like, I don't know if I can justify her being this expensive. But she came up listed on eBay and I couldn't resist her, and she happens to be the most expensive doll in my collection. But like I say, she was definitely worth it. She was in very TLC condition given the price that I paid for her, and she also didn't come in her meet outfit. She only came in her pants. She's currently wearing this outfit, which I believe is called the denim dress outfit or the denim jumper outfit, something like that. It's absolutely stunning. I think purple looks really good on her too. But yeah, this is my gorgeous gnarly doll, and yeah, I just can't quite believe that I have her, to be honest. So the next doll is quite a controversial one, and that is Miss Tenny Grant, and she is my seventh doll, sorry, I'm losing count. And I thought hard about getting Tenny. I was actually meant to get Tenny when I got Holly, and the reason being is because Tenny basically represents quite a difficult time of my life that I went through. And I know that sounds really funny, like why would you get a doll to represent that part of your life? But there was so many similarities that I just felt that she deserved a place in my collection, and that she was more for my healing throughout that kind of episode of my life. I am really annoyed at American Girl that they decided to launch Tenny in the same year that they launched Gabriella, and even though I wasn't collecting at the time, when I heard about that, you know, being an adult collector, I want to say it surprised me, but genuinely it didn't. Anyway, that's a rant for another day. I really feel like they should have given Gabriella her year, and I really wish that they would have put more effort and thought into Gabriella rather than, you know, recycling a Truly Me doll. I feel like we're kind of digressing here, but yes, I feel like they should have given Gabriella her year, and they definitely released Tenny at the wrong time. But I do think that Tenny is an absolutely beautiful doll. At the moment she's wearing the Sunny Day dress, I think it's called. But yeah, she's super cute. At the same time that Tenny arrived, I also ordered Miss Mia St. Clair. Mia St. Clair has always been a doll I wanted to add to my collection, and I think she was fitting because as an adult I actually got into figure skating, so it just made her even more special. What I will say is that my Mia unfortunately has very, very faded face paint. She's been very well played with by someone previous to me, so she's now come to my house for retirement, bless her. She is absolutely stunning, and yeah, she's gorgeous. I do think I paid a little bit too much for her though, given her condition, and also given the fact that she didn't come with her full meet outfit either. But I do still love Mia. I think she's really gorgeous, and I think again they did an amazing job on her collection. But yeah, Mia is really, really beautiful anyway, and her hair is gorgeous, and her zigzag parting is also really, really cute too. So she is very unique, and I love that about her. Doll number 9 is Caroline Abbott. I absolutely love Caroline, even though she definitely wouldn't love me, but I think that she is so, so beautiful. Her gorgeous blue eyes and her long blonde hair I just absolutely adore, and I think her meat dress is also really cute. This doll I actually found on Vinted for £40, which is an absolute steal for Caroline, especially in the UK, because trust me, Caroline can go for some serious money in the UK. I think she gets listed anywhere between like 150 to 250 pounds in the UK. She is very, very, very expensive, and the dress that she's currently stood in also sells for about £100, which is crazy. I actually managed to find this dress on another Caroline, which was on eBay, and she needed some serious TLC. Somebody had cut her hair into a bob. She was so cute, but I did decide to sell her on. I just love her. I think that she is so, so gorgeous, and I'm so glad that I've got her in my collection, because when I was young I used to have mini Caroline and dream of having Caroline, so the fact that I've got her now just makes my inner child so happy. And my final doll and my most recent purchase is Ivy Ling. Ivy has been on my wish list since I started collecting again from being an adult, and I really didn't think I was going to get her. Anyway, I ended up finding this gorgeous Ivy girl on Vinted, and I think I got her for about £100, so she was still quite expensive, but for Ivy, honestly, she's stunning. She didn't come with her meet outfit, unfortunately, but I am going to be buying her the Chinese New Year outfit because I think it's super cute. But yes, this is my gorgeous Ivy Ling, and I'm so excited to have her in my collection, and she marks my 10th and current final doll. However, I do have plans to add a few more to my collection. So that is the end of my video. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed. Please do let me know down below which dolls you have in your collection or which ones you're keen to collect next. And yeah, I'll see you around in my next video. Bye!